Welcome to the deep dive. We cut through the noise to get you the essential knowledge you need. Today, we're tackling something I know so many of you grapple with. You're a small business owner, you're juggling, well, everything, right? And then there's social media marketing. It just feels like this massive mountain to climb, full of jargon, maybe needing a huge budget. It's just a lot.
It really is. And that feeling of overwhelm is completely valid. But today, that's what we're here for, to cut through that noise. Our mission, we're diving deep into Grow Easy, social media marketing for small businesses. We're going to pull out the absolute must-know, actionable bits. Think of it like your practical roadmap for using platforms like X, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, YouTube, Pinterest, Snapchat, even WhatsApp, especially looking ahead to 2025.
Yeah, and what's great about this source, Grow Easy, is it's really built for beginners. It's for you if you don't have a ton of marketing experience. It promises clear steps you can actually start using, like today. No big stress, no confusing terms, just smart growth.
Okay, so let's zoom out first. Why is social media marketing just non-negotiable now for small businesses? I mean, it feels like it's gone way beyond just having a presence. How critical is it really for getting seen, connecting with customers, and, growing?
Well, the sheer scale is staggering, and it's become so accessible. That's the key difference now. The source actually highlights this statistic. Over 80% of consumers use social media to find products and services.
80%.
Wow.
Yeah, it's huge. It's not just a trend, it's a fundamental shift. So what that means is social media lets small businesses connect directly with their customers, often with minimal cost, right? You're bypassing those traditional advertising costs, which can be prohibitive for many small operations. It really levels the playing field. And it's not just about being there. It's understanding that each platform has its own unique purpose. Like X is great for quick updates, that real-time conversation. Instagram, that's your visual shop window. LinkedIn is for building that professional credibility. TikTok and Snapchat, reaching younger folks with short, snappy videos.
Okay.
YouTube for longer stuff, tutorials maybe, Pinterest for inspiration, lifestyle, home stuff. And WhatsApp is becoming huge for that direct personal customer chat. So it's about being smart, not just spraying posts everywhere.
That makes total sense. So, okay, you're sold on the why, but then comes the big how. Yeah. That's where the overwhelm kicks back in. And this is where Grow Easy really steps up, promising this structured, practical approach that feels doable, even with limited time and cash.
Exactly. It's not just theory. The whole point of the ebook is efficiency. It literally says it's designed for beginners and makes this promise that you can tap into social media's power with, get this, just an hour or two a week.
An hour or two a week? Seriously?
Yeah. For a small business owner, that's huge. It means fitting marketing into your week, not making it take over your life.
Okay, so how does it make that possible? You mentioned a structure.
Yes. It breaks down the whole process into 6 really clear, manageable steps. No more staring at a blank screen wondering where to start. It kicks off with get started right, basically choosing platforms, setting up your profiles properly.
Okay.
Then build a smart strategy, setting goals, figuring out who your customers are, planning a budget, even a tiny one. After that, it's create content that pops, making posts people actually want to look at.
Right, the creative bit.
Yeah. Then run affordable ads, how to boost your reach without spending a fortune. Then engage like a pro, turning followers into actual fans, building that community vibe. And finally, track and improve, figuring out what's working so you can do more of it. And the really clever part, each chapter wraps up with a take the first step task. So you're not just reading, you're doing something right away. It makes it immediately practical, turns the knowledge into action.
All right, let's dig into that first step then. Because just looking at all the different social media logos can be paralyzing. How does a small business owner even start choosing where to focus their energy? And then making sure their profile actually looks, professional.
Yeah, Grow Easy tackles this head-on by mapping out what each platform is really good for. So you can choose strategically. For instance, X, great for that immediate engagement, quick news, industry chat. Think of it like your local notice board or water cooler online, especially good for local or really niche businesses.
Okay.
Instagram is all about the visuals, photos, stories, reels, perfect if you're in retail, food, lifestyle, anything you can show. Facebook is strong for building a community, running targeted ads, really effective for local businesses, reaching broader groups too.
Makes sense.
Then LinkedIn, that's your B2B powerhouse. Professional services, networking, showing expertise. TikTok and Snapchat, definitely for younger crowds, short, creative, fun videos. Good for brands with a bit of personality.
Right, the short form video trend.
Exactly. YouTube is for longer content tutorials, product demos, telling your brand story in more depth. Pinterest is huge for inspiration fashion, home decor, DIY, driving traffic based on visuals. And WhatsApp? Well, that's for that direct personal touch. Order updates, quick support questions, very immediate. But here's the absolute killer advice from the guide, and it kind of goes against the grain.
Oh,
Start with 1, 2 platforms. Don't try to be everywhere. Avoid that overwhelm.
okay. That's refreshing to hear.
Yeah, focus where your audience actually is and what fits your business. You'll have much more impact if you're not spread thin.
Crucial advice. So you've picked your platform, maybe Instagram and Facebook.
Mhm.
What about making that profile look good? What are the key tips?
It's all about that first impression, right?
Yeah.
So, a clear business name. Your logo needs to be recognizable. Use a professional photo if it's you. Your bio needs to be short and sweet. Tell people instantly who you are, what you do, like Jane's Bakery, fresh bread and pastries daily in Springfield. Link in bio, something like that.
Simple, direct.
Exactly. Always, always include a link to your website or your contact info. And be consistent. Use the same logo, same colors, same feel across platforms so people recognize you instantly. Oh, and get verified if you can, like on X or Instagram. That little blue check mark adds instant credibility.
Okay, step 2 was crafting a simple strategy. Now, strategy can sound intimidating for a small business owner. Like it means spreadsheets and weeks of planning. How does Grow Easy make strategy feel simple and, well, achievable without getting bogged down?
It really boils it down to 4 core steps, super practical. First, set clear goals.
Yeah.
And it pushes the SMART framework specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound. Sounds corporate, but it just makes goals real.
Can you give an example?
Sure, so instead of just, I want more followers, a SMART goal is, gain a 100 new X followers in the next 3 months by posting 3 times a week. See? Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound.
Gotcha. Much clearer. What's next?
Second, identify your target audience. Create what they call a buyer persona. Really picture your ideal customer. For example, pet owners aged 25-45, they care about pet wellness tips and they hang out on Instagram and X.
Yeah.
Knowing that helps you tailor your content directly to them. It stops you shouting into the void.
Right. Speaks their language. Third step.
Third, plan your budget. And the emphasis here is cost effectiveness. Start with organic, free content. Then maybe allocate a really small budget for ads, like $10 to $50 a month to start.
That little.
Yeah, the example given is a $20 Facebook ad campaign just to reach local customers. It's about testing the waters, not breaking the bank.
Okay, that feels less scary.
Yeah.
And the last step.
Fourth, manage your time, be realistic, dedicate just 1 to 2 hours a week for planning and maybe scheduling posts. It recommends free tools like Buffer or the Meta Business Suite to help schedule things out. And crucially, it stresses quality over quantity. You don't need to post constantly. 3 to 5 quality posts per week per platform is a great starting point. Focus on impact, not volume.
Okay, this is where it gets really interesting for me, creating content that connects. How do you actually make posts that grab attention, make people stop scrolling, especially if you're not, a designer or a video whiz?
Right, the content creation part. The guide is great here because it gives specific ideas for each platform and points to easy tools. So for X, think short, sharp posts under 280 characters. Use relevant hashtags like hashtag shop local or whatever fits your niche. Polls work brilliantly too.
Like what kind of poll?
Oh, simple stuff. If you're a coffee shop, what's your go-to morning coffee? Latte or cappuccino? Vote below. Sparks instant interaction.
Easy. What about Instagram?
Instagram is all visuals. Eye-catching photos, quick behind-the-scenes stories, short reels showing off products or maybe a day in the life. Facebook, great for customer stories, announcing events, sharing local offers, building that community feel.
Okay.
LinkedIn, share professional tips, maybe a short case study showing how you helped a client, build authority. TikTok and Snapchat. Fun, short videos, 15 to 60 seconds, doesn't need to be super polished. Authenticity works well there.
And the others?
YouTube supports longer videos, tutorials, deeper brand stories. Pinterest is all about inspiring images. Think home decor ideas, recipes, fashion looks. And WhatsApp. That's for direct messages, sending a quick promo code to a loyal customer, or an order update, very personal. The best part, you don't need fancy software. The guide flags free tools like Canva for making graphics seriously, drag and drop easy,
Go to Canva, yeah.
and CapCut for editing videos on your phone. Again, super simple. They make you look pro without the steep learning curve.
Nice. And the guide mentioned a content calendar. Planning just 3 to 5 posts a week. How might that actually look?
Yeah, keeps you consistent. So a simple mix could be Monday, shine a spotlight on a specific product or service. Wednesday, share a customer testimonial or a positive review. Let your customers do the talking. And maybe Friday, post a special offer or a useful tip related to your industry. Keeps it varied, keeps you organized, stops the last-minute scramble.
Okay, next hurdle.
Uh-huh.
Paid ads. This often feels like where small businesses think, okay, this is where it gets expensive and complicated, like throwing money away. But grow easy, says affordable ads. How does that actually work? Why even bother with ads if you're doing organic posts?
That's a really common fear, and it's understandable. But the reason ads matter, even tiny budget ads, is reach and targeting. Your organic posts. They mostly reach people who already follow you. Ads let you break out of that bubble. You can target specific groups like local shoppers, people with specific interests, demographics who would likely never see your organic posts otherwise. The guide mentions even a $10 ad on X can get your posts seen by hundreds of potential new customers. It's about strategic amplification.
Okay, amplification. Which platforms are best for these small budget ads?
The guide lists the main ones. X ads, Facebook and Instagram ads, you manage those together through Meta Ads Manager. LinkedIn ads for B2B, TikTok ads, YouTube ads, Pinterest ads, Snapchat ads too. WhatsApp is a big different, more about sponsored messages to existing contacts, but still a way to promote directly.
Right, so how does a total beginner actually start running one of these affordable ads without needing, like, a marketing degree?
It boils down to 4 simple steps again. Keep it manageable. First, set a budget. And start really small, like $5 or $10 a day, or even per campaign. The coffee shop example was $20 a week on Instagram ads just to promote a weekend special. Learn as you go.
Okay, a tiny budget. Step 2.
Second, define your audience. Use the amazing targeting tools the platforms offer. Filter by location, age, interests, behaviors. That gym example, targeting fitness enthusiasts aged 18-35 within a 5-mile radius on Facebook. Super specific means less wasted spend.
Makes sense. Don't advertise treadmills to couch potatoes miles away.
Exactly. Third, choose ad formats. Keep it simple to start. An image ad, maybe a short video, or a carousel showing a few products. Test a basic image ad first, see how it does.
And finally,
Fourth, track results. Absolutely crucial. Check the ad dashboard the platform provides. Are people clicking? Are they converting? If an ad isn't working, don't just let it run. Tweak the image, the text, or the audience targeting. It's all about learning and optimizing.
okay, so we're posting, maybe running a small ad, but social media isn't just broadcasting, right? It's about interaction. How do you move beyond just getting likes to actually building a loyal community,
Yeah.
turning followers into real fans who feel connected?
This is so important. Engagement isn't just fluff, it builds genuine trust. It makes customers feel heard and valued. And here's a key thing. The platform's algorithms actually reward engagement. Posts with more comments and shares get shown to more people.
Ah, so interacting actually helps your visibility.
Absolutely. It signals to the platform that your content is interesting. A quick reply to a comment, a personalized thank you via WhatsApp, it builds relationships. Grow Easy suggests some really simple ways to connect. First, respond fast. Aim to reply to comments, DMs, WhatsApp messages within 24 hours. Shows you're listening.
Okay.
Second, use polls and questions. We mentioned X polls, but Instagram stories have question stickers, quizzes. Ask your audience things. What new flavor should we try? Third, share user content. If a customer posts a great photo featuring your product, ask if you can repost it. It's authentic marketing gold. Just always ask permission.
Good point.
Fourth, go live. Even a short, informal live video on Instagram or YouTube, a quick Q&A, a peek behind the scenes, makes your brand feel human and accessible. And fifth, personalize on WhatsApp. Send specific order updates, maybe a small exclusive discount to repeat customers. Make them feel special.
That sounds manageable. The guide also mentioned something interesting, partnering with local micro-influencers. How does that work affordably?
Yeah, you don't need celebrities. Micro-influencers usually have between, say, 1,000 and 10,000 followers on platforms like Instagram or TikTok. Their power is in their highly engaged, often niche audience. The source suggests you can often partner with them for as little as $20 or just by gifting them free products.
Really? Just free stuff?
Often, yeah, especially locally. A local bakery might give a local food blogger a box of cupcakes for an Instagram post. Find someone whose audience matches yours, who seems genuine, and just send a polite DM. Offer a product or a small fee for a mention. It's about authentic collaboration.
And how much time does all this daily engagement actually take?
The guide is reassuring here, too. It suggests just 10 to 15 minutes daily. Quickly check comments, reply to DMs, maybe post a quick story. It's about consistent, small efforts, not hours glued to your phone.
Okay, so you're doing all this great stuff, posting, engaging, maybe running ads, but how do you know if it's actually working? How do you measure success beyond just counting likes? How do you know what's driving actual results for your business?
This is where tracking becomes your best friend. It's not just about vanity metrics. It's about understanding what resonates and what drives action. Knowing what works saves you time and money. It helps you double down on the things your customers actually love and respond to.
Right. Stop wasting time on things that fall flat.
Exactly. The guide points out a few key metrics to watch. First, impressions. Simply how many times your post or ad was seen gives you a sense of reach, like my Instagram reel got 500 views.
Okay.
Second, engagement. That's likes, comments, shares, retweets, shows if people are actually interacting with your content. High engagement is a great sign. Third, clicks. How many people clicked on a link in your post, maybe to your website or a Shop Now button? Shows intent.
Getting closer to a sale there.
Definitely. And fourth, conversions. These are the bottom line actions. Did someone make a purchase using a promo code you shared? Did they sign up for your newsletter from a link? That's the ultimate goal usually.
Okay, those make sense. But analytics can sound complex. What free tools are out there for small businesses to track this stuff?
Good news is most platforms have their own free built-in analytics dashboards. You've got X Analytics, Meta Business Suite covers both Facebook and Instagram insights, TikTok Analytics, YouTube Analytics, LinkedIn has its own analytics page, Pinterest and Snapchat offer insights too.
So it's right there on the platform.
Yep, usually under an Insights or Analytics tab on your business profile. And for tracking website traffic coming from social media, Google Analytics is the standard, and it's free. Connects everything together.
Okay, so how do you use that data to actually get better?
The advice is simple. Check your analytics regularly, maybe weekly. Look for trends. Are videos getting way more engagement than photos? Maybe make more videos. Did that $10 Facebook ad targeting local parents work better than the one targeting all adults? Refine your ad targeting. It's about making small adjustments based on real data, not just guessing. That's how you really optimize and grow.
This guide, Grow Easy, sounds incredibly comprehensive. It covers the core steps,
Right.
but you mentioned some bonus materials too. What else does it offer?
Yeah, it really tries to cover all the bases for a beginner. It includes a handy glossary. So if you see terms like CTR, click-through rate, or conversions and you're not sure, you can quickly look them up. Demystifies the jargon.
That's useful.
It also lists other helpful free resources we mentioned: Canva for graphics, CapCut for video, Buffer for scheduling, Google Analytics, plus things like X's own Help Center for platform-specific questions. It even includes some fictional X accounts for inspiration, like at Small Biz Vibes for general tips, or at Local Eats Cafe for food business ideas. Gives you concrete examples to see how it's done.
Oh, cool. Examples are always helpful.
And probably the most practical bonus is the checklist, your social media marketing quick start guide. It basically pulls together all the key action steps from every chapter into one quick reference list. Reinforces that start small, be consistent message. Perfect for keeping you on track without feeling overwhelmed.
Wow. Okay, so we've really journeyed through Grow Easy, and I think it's clear you listening are now armed with some really practical, actionable tools. Tools to make platforms like X, Instagram, Facebook, all of them actually work for your business instead of feeling like just another chore. We've covered picking platforms, setting goals, creating content that pops, running those affordable ads, building community, and tracking results. It's a solid foundation.
Absolutely. And ultimately, social media isn't really about the tech or the algorithms, is it? It's about connection. It's about building relationships with your customers, showing the human side of your brand. And like the guide stresses, even those small, consistent steps, that quick X reply, that fun Instagram story they add up, they lead to real, sustainable wins.
So here's something to think about as we wrap up. The digital world, social media, it's always changing, right? New platforms, new features, new trends constantly emerging. But the core principles we've unpacked from Grow Easy, really understanding your audience, being strategic with your content, engaging smartly and adapting based on data, those things don't really change. They're evergreen. So the question for you is, how will you use these foundational strategies, not just to keep pace, but to actually lead in your own digital space, ensuring your business doesn't just survive, but truly flourishes no matter what comes next?